God says, do not give up. He could send me, want me to tell you, do not give up. He could send me, is backing you more than 100%. So do not give up. Do not give up on yourself and do not give up on God. So this is let me make sure, this is part 4. This is part 4 of my Sunday Master story and journey. And this, I'm going to continue. So my last video, I told you how I prayed with the promise that God gave me, which is, remain faithful in me, and anything you ask in my name, I will give to you. So when I remember this, it took me years to remember to do that prayer. When I remember this, I did the prayer. I prayed, asked God, please heal me, please. God, heal me. I've suffered enough. Please heal me. You said you will. What do you want me to do to be faithful? I was literally asking people, going to people, I'm not joking, I was going to people asking them, when God said to remain faithful, what do you think he means? Because I wanted to make sure that I'm doing everything on my own path. And I did that prayer, and God actually said something to me after doing that prayer. He said to me, as long as you and your family, I wrote it down because I want to make sure I'm saying it the right way. As long as you and your family stay together as a unit. This is so powerful and interesting because this was not the answer I was expecting to hear. And I want you to, after watching this video, please don't take it for granted. There's so many things you will pick up from my story and my journey that can help you and people around you. God said to me, as long as you and your family stay together as a unit, everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be fine. And I'm like, that was not what I thought God is going to say. I don't know what I was expecting God to say to me. I know that I was expecting to be healed immediately. But there's a reason for everything. I always say that our God is a purposeful God. Then I didn't know. Now I know better. And God said, stay together. And once he said this, I'm like, thank God I had something from him. That's all I need to do. So I literally called the entire family and I said, look, I need us to be in agreement. I even wrote a prayer request. And we were doing agreement prayers. We were praying together as a family. We were going to church more than we used to every Sunday. And we just doing everything that we can do as a family to make sure that this God's promise come true, that I get healed. Because, like I said, my career was put on hold. My children need their mother. And I literally needed any help and all the help that I can get. I was severely sick, and the medications that I was taking was not helping. I was severely sick. I was on the bed 24/7. 24/7. The only time I get up is the only time. God is wonderful. Because looking back, when I asked my kids what they remember of those periods, what they remember and what I knew was going on was totally different. Because what happens when you're sick is you don't let your children know what's going on. You don't let your little ones know that you're even sick. So when you see me, you may not even know that I'm sick. I can walk into anywhere and you would think that I'm just there sitting with everybody else and I'm perfectly or even fine, better than compared to a lot of people. You will never know that anything is wrong with me except if I tell you. I remember sometimes I would go into doctor's office and the nurses will read my chart and do the double take. And sometimes they will do the double take and say nothing. But some of them will be so shocked that they will say what's on their mind. How did you get here? How are you still functioning? Because what they are reading that I'm going through is not matching up to what is standing in front of them. That's how great God is. That's how you know that even though the devil may try you, they can try. But just like Job, they cannot touch your soul. They cannot touch your soul because the devil knows who that soul belongs to, which is our Heavenly Father. Then I have no clue what I'm into. I have no clue what was going on in my life. All I know is that I couldn't know if I was going or coming. I was severely sick. The only time I would get up would be for my family, for my children. Anything that has to do with my children, I'm there. And they never even know how sick. Sometimes I go back and watch all the videos and I see how they carry on without having a care in the world because they didn't know what their mother was going through. And that's how great God. You're never your circumstances. You are never your circumstances. So I did that prayer, and then I called the entire family. I said, we need to be in agreement. This is where our help comes from. God says it's togetherness. So I even wrote a prayer request. In this prayer request, I included every family member in this prayer request with their names listed. I even included extended family members in this prayer, asking God for unity, for progress, for prosperity, for healing, most importantly for healing, for not just me, but for everyone that was sick in the family. I literally did everything that God asked me to do. And still, I remained sick. I remained sick. And months to months, went from month to month, years to years, I remained sick. And one day, I woke up, I looked in the mirror, I felt like I couldn't recognize myself. I cried. And I said to God, and by the way, why writing this story so that I can bring it in a way that it makes sense to you? I did just a tiny bit of crying again, because I'm human too. I cried. And then I said to God, I'm going to do the last prayer just to tell you that I'm giving up. I want you to know that I can't hold on anymore. I cannot hold on anymore. And I cried in the mirror and I did a prayer. And I said to God, I'm just letting you know that I'm tired and I can't hold on anymore. I tried to hold on, but I can't. And I just want you to know that I'm going to give up now. And then I went to sleep. And then I had in mind that after doing that prayer, that I will also let the family members that are grown, know that I'm going to give up. I will. Because that's one of the things, I like to consider other people. So when I take certain actions or come to certain conclusion, I like to include certain people in it so that they don't think or be taken unawares. So I was like, okay, I'm going to let people know. So I always tell my family members, look, I know you guys are concerned, but anytime I'm going to come to that stage where I've done everything I can to hold on and I'm going to give up now, I will let you know. So I said before I can tell them, I'm going to tell them the next morning, but I'm going to tell God first. And I didn't know that I have this in me. Now I realize that I actually have this in me to always communicate with God without. I don't know if everybody used to do this, but I used to do this even before my Sunday Master's journey. Like, I tell God about everything. I don't know about how other people do, but good or bad, I literally will communicate, like I'm communicating with you right now. So I said, God, I'm giving up. I can't do it anymore. And after I did that prayer, God said to me, don't give up. And then I want you to pay attention to the next thing he did after he said to me not to give up. He said to me not to give up. And then he also reminded me, and sometimes when you pray, you have to wait. This response did not wait. It happened the same night that I did that prayer. And God did not just tell me no, don't give up. He would have just said, don't give up, I'm with you. He said, don't give up. And then he started to remind me of the things that I love. He reminded me of the things that I love, and then he asked me not to give up on those things. Nobody does anything the way God does. He's the only person that can turn any situation around. I don't care what anybody else says. God is the only one that knows how to talk to you, that knows where you hurt, that knows how to turn things around in your life. And God said to me, do not give up. And then he said, remember the things that you love? And then he started to remind me everything that I love, no matter how petty they are. I'm telling you, no matter how petty, I don't care what they are. If I love them, God reminded me of them. If I loved anything, if I love this pen, God reminded me, you know you love this pen? Don't give up on this pen. You know you love your children? That beautiful face? Don't give up on that beautiful face. You know you love your family? Don't you love your career? Do you know what's ahead of you? Do you know how beautiful they are? These are the things you already have. The things you already have now and you love them, I don't want you to give up on them. And because he said that, it feels like everything that I love started playing in my face. I woke up the next day, just hearing that alone, I felt revived. I felt like I have the power, I have the energy, I have the motivation, I have God backing me, and he's telling me, no, you love these things. Don't let them go. Don't give up on them. And just because I had his voice tell me that, it gave me a little bit of more strength to keep holding on and to keep fighting for another day. So instead of making that announcement that I said I'm going to make the previous night, I woke up with different fighting spirit in me. This is also the power of prayer. This is also the power of prayer. You don't know what you're made of until you go through trials and tribulations. Before doing this prayer that I wanted to give up, I've already come close to death more than twice. I already have people telling me, or at least more than one person, not more than one person, but one person in particular, telling me, oh, you need to let your parents know so that if anything happens, at least they will expect it because you said it before it happened. Literally, go write your obituary. Literally, indirectly, go plan for your own death, even though you're not dead yet. And God said, no, do not give up. I'm a Sunday Master Zilla Ijoma. Kindness is wellness. Stay kind. I want to encourage you to stay strong in your prayer. Stay strong in your prayer. Do not, and never give up on yourself and never give up on God. He has the final say in your life. I have a wonderful book coming out. This book is meant for you, no matter your age. It's meant for every child that walks this earth, because this book was instructed by my Heavenly Father during my Sunday Master's journey to write it to heal the hearts of older people, younger people, children. It doesn't really matter, because everything starts in the heart. While writing this book, God healed me and helped me to grow and elevate. And that's why I wrote this book from the eyes of a child and the eyes of an adult. So this book is going to heal your inner child. And this book is going to grant every child that reads it the love of God and the wisdom of God in them. It is going to allow them to carry it in them. Until I see you again on my next video, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Become a part of my community. I love you all. See you next time. Bye.